Liquor Talk, another new episode starts now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everybody to another edition of the Liquor Talk podcast, where we don't just sip liquor, but we stir the culture. Ladies and gentlemen, I said I wasn't going to do it this year, but plans change, and life be life. So this is my birthday gift to y'all because inspired by the fact that my grandfather, he would always ask, he was known for asking people on their birthday, what did you get me? As a reminder that you should still be a blessing to others, even when it's your special day. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my birthday episode. This is Sag season, and joining me today is Miss Mari over here. She's the host of the On the Cloud podcast. How you doing today?
It's Mare Bear.
Mare Bear, Miss Mare Bear over here.
A lot of people call me Mara. I get married. My real name is Mary, but it's Mare Bear.
Miss Mare Bear over here. Happy birthday to you as well. Yes.
Sagittarius season, my favorite season.
Yes. Sagittarius season, our favorite season. Why don't you tell us about your podcast?
So I have this podcast. It's called Up in the Air Podcast. I'm going to be doing my segments. My main focus is on mental health. A lot of things that focus on projection or perception or deception. I have a few interviews coming up that were focused on like bipolar depression, because I feel like the Black community still has like a slight issue with focusing and facing their challenges head on. And I'm a big advocate for therapy. If I feel it, I need it, I go to therapy quickly. And then I have another great topic that's going to be about how Black women present themselves and what do we give off that makes other cultures who do imitate us come off as loud, ghetto, or mean girls, because we aren't that.
Yeah, they're not that unless you push them to that point, unless you do something stupid that push them to a point. And I definitely feel you on the mental health aspects. That's why me and my fellas, we talk about mental health, like have our men's round segments where we do delve into mental health. Mental health is important, ladies and gentlemen. So
I love that. You said you guys do what it's called, men's.
We do a men's round every month where it's just us fellas. We come together to talk around. And also to all you men in the Tampa area, if you're interested, come on down because we always have men's rounds conversations once a month where all the fellas, we get on, we pour up, and we just start talking about life and stuff.
That's dope. So I have mine is called Ladies Night. Once a month, all of the ladies get together, and I do different age ranges because I feel like we can all teach each other, and we can just sit around, chit chat, and see what's going on. Love, life, relationships, parenting.
Yes, all of that. Speaking of ages, I'm looking at the age register. I'm like, damn. To the YNs, I'm old, but to the people older than me, I'm young. I'm like, make it make sense. I guess I'm just at this weird age, where you feel old, but then the older people you hang around, they say, oh, you still young.
You still a baby.
You still a baby and all that.
Mind you, I'm almost 40, okay? And I'm like one of those people, like, I heard so long, like, you don't look your age, For a long time, I was offended. Like, when I was younger, I was offended. Like, come on, like, I'm old enough. But now it's like the older I do get, I appreciate it so much more. And, that melanin does its thing. That black be blacking.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. The black be blacking. Yes, it does. The black definitely be blacking. I feel you on that, So what was your favorite birthday memory?
My favorite birthday memory. So it had to have been my first year with my partner. I've never been surprised for my birthday, and she gave me like a surprise home picnic in house. And she had like the whole fireplace set up in the house, lights. It was right there. Then my favorite food, all of my favorite food. I love steak. I love lobster. I'm a surf and turf girl. Actually, I just like to eat. My favorite drinks, Hennessy, some wine, all of my favorite food. And I was like in awe, and it was so simple. It was just me and her, somebody that, only put their focus on me. And I'm not used to getting that. The night before that, I had a birthday dinner, and I had like 20 people show up. I've never had that. Usually my plans are overlooked for other people's. And I just usually end up doing what I'm going to do on my own. But that was like a very special year that will definitely stay with me forever.
Wow, that's amazing. That's the one thing I've never had done. I never had nobody surprise me for my birthday. So If all my friends out there listening, y'all want to do something, surprise you one of these years.
Yeah, we gotta change that. Friends, call me.
Yes, one of y'all. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But my favorite birthday memory is probably my 21st birthday. I had a whole bunch of people show up to this nice restaurant in Tallahassee. I was still in college at the time. And it was a very, very nice atmosphere and stuff, you know. But who knows? Maybe my 35th birthday will top it, you know.
Listen, my 21st birthday, I don't even remember it. What I remember are the photos. And listen, a time was happening. 21 was 21.
Yes, 21. Shit, 21 didn't feel the same because when you go to college, you know, you're already drinking and already partying, already drinking.
Especially in Tally.
Yes, you already know what it is because 21 don't even hit the same, like, because you already turning up already because you got the upperclassmen that look out for you. So, you know, but overall, it's a blessing to have another year of life, you know. So, shout out to all of my Sagittarius out there who are celebrating. I need y'all to celebrate for the whole month of December.
1st through the 31st.
Yes, first through the 31st. And don't let nobody do this shit to y'all. Don't let nobody combine your birthday and Christmas gifts.
No, I'm so glad my birthday is in the first week because, well, I'm going to be real. People don't buy me stuff for Christmas anyway. We do gift exchanges, my siblings and I. Mm-hmm. We made that a regular thing because growing up, my mom was baby number 9 of 10.
Oh, wow.
And for whatever reason, she was always the left out sibling, her and her children. So she would go and buy for all of her siblings, all of their children, and we would never get anything. So after the last year of me and my baby sister crying, like, why don't we ever get anything? And she had already gone through that with my older 2 siblings. She was like, I am done. My sisters and I got old enough and decided, look, we can bless each other and make each other happy. We don't need everybody else. So
for real.
For Christmas, I only ever get stuff if me and my siblings do a gift exchange. And my girlfriend spoils me year round. So it's Christmas every day.
Oh, you're blessed. You're blessed. You're blessed. You are blessed over there. You're blessed. The only time I get gifts if it's like white elephants. If I go to like a Christmas party and we do like white elephants gift. Last year I drew a sex toy. How I drew that, I don't know. No good. I know last year.
What kind? Don't get that.
It was like them balls, you know.
Oh, Kegel balls.
Yeah, the Kegel balls. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? I literally said that on the New Year's Eve episode last year. Shout out to somebody who sells sex toys. They were like, "Oh, that's not even for you." How this person thought it was a okay idea to bring some damn Kegel balls as a white elephant gift. Usually a white elephant present is supposed to be something anybody can use because you don't know what you're picking up.
No, really, seriously. That's funny. That's hilarious. I don't know what I would do. Like, I always wanted to do like one of those like re-gift type of Christmas. I'm a themes girl for the holidays. So I like, you know, me and my siblings, when we do our gift exchanges, we do like a wacky Christmas socks or the ugly Christmas sweaters at the gift exchange. One year we did onesies. My son and I wore Mickey and Minnie Mouse onesies. So I'm like one of those type of people, but we'll change that as well. I'm a good friend. So
yeah, shout out.
You're one of those Sagittarius that like me, you don't say anything, you just kind of let well enough be.
Yeah, I let it be. You know, I say, look, I'm gonna take this L right now, and I'm gonna listen to y'all clowning me for drowning. Because one host, he's like, "Oh, Victor got the Kegel balls." What the fuck do you have to announce it to everybody?
No, that's hilarious though. Like that is so freaking funny.
Yes, yes, they are. I'm like, so I don't know who in their right mind bought that. If you're gonna buy a sex toy, get a sex toy a man and a woman can use.
No, for real. For real.
Yeah, if you're gonna give somebody a sex toy, y'all. And by the way, for all you people in their white elephant gifts, don't get nothing stupid.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to get no goddamn Kegel balls. Never again.
Yeah, that could have been unisex. It could have been a KY jelly. Anything that, you know, is both. Yeah, that's hilarious.
That is hilarious. Staying on that thing, what is the best Christmas gift you ever gotten? I want to know if you could top this answer that somebody gave me a few years ago.
Oh, the best Christmas gift I've ever gotten? I would be lying if I could sum it down to one thing over my life.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my most memorable, always my mom. Anything my mom ever did was always memorable. But my person, she listens well. So
Mm-hmm.
I wanted this bar.
Mm-hmm.
And I had saw it and I mentioned it one time, but it was kind of like one of those things I expected to go in one ear and out the other. And she bought me. It wasn't a bar; it was a Bartesian.
Mm-hmm.
And I got that Bartesian, and I wouldn't use it at first for like the longest, but that's like my favorite gift now. Mellowed out. When I'm cooking, I'm drinking. When I'm cleaning, I'm drinking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not an alcoholic, y'all. I promise I'm not an alcoholic.
Judgment, this is Liquor Talk, baby. This is Liquor Talk. There ain't no judgment here. If they judging them, fuck them. If they judge
No,
them,
for real.
fuck them. If they judge them.
The way of a Sagittarius.
Hell yeah. Listen, but I wouldn't mind having me a little Bartesian, like, for an in-house studio. You know, once I get an in-house studio set up, have my little Bartesian out, because I thought about getting those as well.
I'll show you my setup. Okay. Show you my setup. It's dope. She created like a nice place for me to be able to just have my little place of peace. It has a full bar, like a little slushie maker on the side.
Oh wow!
You over for some drinks or something.
Okay.
Come kick back on the patio with me.
Hey, I'm here for that. I'm here for that. But listen, my best Christmas gift was ever. My grandmother, she'd always give me a laptop. I remember one year for college, I needed a laptop, and she got a laptop, and it was red. I'm like, thank you, Granny. One thing about my grandmother, whenever she gives me something, it's always red. A red book bag, nice red shoes. Whatever she gives me, it's always red. And it tells me what her favorite color is.
Gotcha. So basically, she's telling you, and I don't know if you've ever taken that into consideration, start gifting her in red.
I will.
That's the hint.
Yeah, I will. I definitely will. But we just gotta work on that communication. But hey, you know how it is. But you know how it is with family. But y'all, the craziest memory I have whenever I asked somebody on Liquor Talk was a few years back. Somebody told me their favorite gift was a divorce from their husband.
Oh damn.
I'm like, damn, that just kills the vibe. Like,
what did he do to you?
A divorce. Damn, for you, what kind of man you gotta be that your wife wants a divorce for you for Christmas?
You know what? And then I have to go back. I'm lying. I do have a favorite Christmas gift. So my sister and I, we were very spoiled by my grandparents growing up. They had this little small den area in their back room, and they had all that stuff in the computer and all of that. We wanted a jacuzzi.
Mm-hmm.
So my grandfather went out and bought a jacuzzi.
Grandpa bought the jacuzzi.
And put it right back down in that den. So we would literally go over there, walk right through the living room, through the kitchen, and go get in our jacuzzi.
Grandpa, yeah, man. Grandpa said, let me get my kids a jacuzzi.
True story. Like it was yesterday. Brown top, green marble inside. And we used to put on our swimsuit. And me and my sister were like, I probably was 10, she was 5.
Mm-hmm.
And jacuzziing it up.
Wow. Hey, shout out to Grandpa, though, you know. Wish my grandpa was still alive. He died like 20 years ago, you know, so.
Mine passed away 2019. This season is a very rough one for me.
Oh, man, it's your birthday season, and it's a rough one at the same time. I'm sorry to hear that.
He taught us how to cook for Thanksgiving, mainly chitterlings, and hog maws.
Oh, wow. Your grandpa from the South.
Yeah, from Georgia. So I used to stand up on a little step stool next to him and clean those chitlins and stuff. So now, in my adult age, I do the cooking at my house. Everybody comes over and I go in there and before I get ready to do those chitlins, every year since he's passed away, I have that talk with him. All right, Granddaddy, you gotta guide these hands in these pots. And I can honestly say he's guided me well because the pots are empty every year.
Oh, they be fucking them chitlins up, don't they?
Especially the chitlins. That's the first thing to go.
Dang, the first thing that goes to chitlins. Man, I don't know if I'm bougie or not, but I can't tell you. I can't tell you the last time I had chitlins. I don't even remember the last time I had chitlins. I don't remember. I think next time you make a pie, I might have to call me, you know, because I've had chitlins in years, but.
Say less. Yeah, he would like grind them up in a food processor, so they were so fine and small. And then he had those hog maws in there, some rice with some hot sauce. Honey, listen,
Oh,
I
damn.
can't tell them the secret ingredients because, but
of course you can't tell them the secret ingredients. It's grandpa's secret.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't expect you to tell them secrets.
No, good.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Liquor Talk. The more you drink, the better we sound. So if you haven't done so, right, pour up and subscribe to this podcast. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in for this year's birthday round. So, Mare Bear, what do you want to get out of podcasting? Because I know you just now recently started your podcast. What are you looking to gain from podcasting?
Actually, I'm looking to gain open communication and dialogue with our community of all ages.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking to gain knowledge.
Okay.
Because I'm just keep saying almost 40. Even at almost that age, I still feel like there's a lot that we have not been taught in our community when it comes to finances, credit scores. I'm looking to have conversations with people to tell me the real. Don't be fake with me. Tell me what's really going on. And I'm a little bit aggressive when I talk. When I'm in league, it's a little bit aggressive because I'm going to bring it out of you. We're not here to play around. We're not here to waste my time.
Facts.
So yeah, that's my main goal is to gain the knowledge, gain the access in here.
Yes, I definitely agree with that because I've definitely had the business credit expert. Shout out to Tarika, and also shout out to LaDonica, the next business lady. Yes, next business lady. She's gonna be on the podcast next week as well. So I feel you. So I definitely feel you on that. Gaining knowledge from people because I gain all kind of knowledge. You can look through the catalog of whether it's business people, business owners. And yes, even sex therapists, y'all. Well, yes, because there was an episode with sex therapists that dropped on Black Friday. So yes, and yes, hey, we ain't just right. This is open forum, but I feel that when you say you want to gain knowledge from people and stuff, because this is open forum. Because I be sit back and I be listening. I'm like, God damn, what was this knowledge when I was younger?
Yeah.
Shit.
I also look to gain friendships with people.
Of course.
And build relationships because I'm not necessarily a loner. I'm a social butterfly. I can walk into any room and I can get along with anybody. I can start the conversation. I'm literally a breath of fresh air. But once I walk out the party, I'm back to me.
I feel that.
Back into my shell. And that's just so I do want to be a little bit more open with that. People to tell a little bit about me, I'm judged harshly in my neighborhood and community where I've grown up because of my mouth, which is the reason I decided to start a podcast. It only made sense. People inbox me about their issues and things. I don't respond or react to everything, but things that I feel passionate about, I'll bring it to the forefront. And I'm okay with taking the backlash and never saying this person is the one that actually had the issue. I kind of deal with what comes at hand. So because of that, I've gotten a lot of negative connotations about who I am. People will tell somebody else who I am. And I'm like, how you gonna tell them who I am? And then you gonna come over here and try to tell me who I am. And I'm not the person that everybody perceives me to be. I'm an easy listener. I'm non-judgmental. People who get to know me, they love me immensely. But people who are on the outside or listening to other people, they have these preconceived connotations of me, and I'm okay with that. So yeah, I am looking forward to seeing the other side of other podcast hosts and things of that such, because I do feel like that there is one connection there, and that is we are on these front lines or this forefront and this platform for that specific reason, because we feel we have a voice. So if I can connect with people that's like me, how do I go wrong?
Of course, that's real. That's why I'm looking at for that same energy, because even though I'm 7 years strong on this thing, I'm definitely looking to connect with more people as well. Because, and also connect with more people locally too, because I've been connecting with people not locally, but shout out to all the people that's like 3,000 miles away and 2,000 miles away that are connected, that are still tapped in, because I don't know what it is about locally, but people always want to tear you down. They always want to have these preconceived notions. I'm like, if you want to go by that, cool, but it's an open book around here. You can feel free to ask the right things, But
absolutely. You know what I noticed though with the locals? They back away from you until your name popping.
Ooh.
Then it's like, it's almost like the Mean Girls. I can hate you and I can talk about you, but everybody else can't. Because then we blow up, or you blow up, and then people want to come and attack you. Like, I look at that with music artists, local music artists out here. And they'll talk about him like a dog, but you can't. But somebody else out of state can't say anything about him. The whole entire city want to fight.
Wow. It be like that too. It definitely be like that. Like everybody, well, they want to defend you when it's somebody else, but locally when it's in the circles, they don't want to. They want to talk all this shit about you, but yet something big happened. Now it's I was with him. I was no the fuck you weren't, bruh.
You weren't with me shooting in the gym.
And also and the scary thing about me is I'm that asshole. I will call you out like, no the fuck you weren't, bro. You around here acting all hype and big and hype and stuff. Like you had this energy, but you where were you at when I was going through some things?
No,
you know,
no, seriously.
Where were you at when we were shooting in the gym? Where were you at? Like where's your energy at? You know, like I hate that about people that want to always want to show love when you're blowing up. No, the time to show love is when you're grinding and when you're going through things.
Yeah,
that's the time to show love. That's the time to show love. That's the time to keep people motivated. Show the love to be consistent and stuff. Now, I hope you want to be somebody consistent because I've had plenty of people on this podcast, and I can go to their page today. They're not even recording. I'm like, ain't this some shit?
No, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna make me be more consistent on it. The fact that I put in years for it, and all of the letdowns that I got, I feel like I have a point to prove. Because I feel like people thought that I was waiting on them and depending on them wholeheartedly. And I just feel like I'm in a space where I don't have time to be stagnant anymore. It's either do or don't do. I'm not looking to do anything else right now. I have 30 things going on in my life every day. So every day I've made a conscious decision to, I don't care what it is, stop and do something pertaining to your podcast. You have to focus on your craft. You have to, and that's the only way you're going to build a consistency.
Yeah, that's the only way you're going to do it. And also, for all you people out there who want to start a podcast, quit talking about it. Just go ahead and start it. Just go ahead and start it. Ask questions later. Perfect it later. Just get it started. Because once you get it started and you're really passionate about it, it's going to be hard to stop. Because I feel you on that codependency. And, because there was once upon a time I had co-hosts as well, and they always had schedule. Yeah. Sure, that's fine. They always, we know everything around here. We love it. But they always were, it was always something with them. Like, in the first season, they were good, consistent, but then after a while, they got comfortable. They were always something. It was always something going on, like last minute things. And one thing about your vision, you got to show people that, hey, that you're not going to stop this train, you're not going to stop me from doing my thing, so, and I had to tell myself that, look, we can't be, waiting around for others, because guess what? You can't leave your vision in someone else's hands, because they might not have that same passion as you. Now, if you meet somebody that has that like-minded passion, hold on to them, because those are real ones, and those are the ones hard to find. Those are the ones that's going to be with you shooting in the gym.
It's so hard sometimes to decipher the real from the fake, though. You know what I mean? Because I had a couple people that were it was like they were so solid for the first couple of weeks. And then it turned into a month. And I'm like, okay, we might ride this thing out together. And then it was like one day just
out of nowhere. I hate that.
What happened? You were doing so well.
I hate that,
But I can't let this train stop rolling. I keep on going. I know what my purpose here is on earth. I figured it out. It took me 30-some years to figure it out. But I figured out my purpose is to use my voice.
Of course. And it's like, I feel that same way, because once you find that purpose and it's to use your voice, you feel unstoppable. You feel invincible. And then once you get connected with people that are like-minded, that's even more motivation, because they're going to be motivating you. They're going to be wanting to feature you and stuff. And it's like, I found being a one-man wrecking crew, shout out to people that do assist, but in 2026, I will open that up. If people want to help, hey. But yeah, I will tell people if they want to help, then they better match their word. They better back their talk up, because I've had plenty of people over the years. Hey, I want to come on the podcast. I want to do the podcast. Time to do it. Where you at? I can't make this shit up.
People just don't. I don't know. Somewhere along the lines, people started forgetting to just show up.
That's just half the battle. Showing up is half the battle.
It is. Just show up. And you don't have to show up in a big way. Showing up in the smallest way means so much, because you're shown up. You've just shown up, and that's it. That's so important. I am one of those people, I overextend myself all the time, because I'm always trying to show up for everybody. But then most of the time I look around and I say, I only have a handful of people that'll show up for me.
I feel that. And because I've done that too, overextend myself for some people, but then those same people, they don't show that same love for me. Like, well, yeah, where you want to be, and I had to learn the hard way that you can't extend yourself for everybody, because not everybody deserves that energy. Not everybody deserves that, But the ones that deserve it, they're the ones that they're going to reciprocate that energy.
Yeah, and you know what? I would say that could possibly be one of those Sagittarius things. And we have feelings, and we tend to smile through things that hurt us. I know sometimes I go home and I'll cry in private or whatever I have to do to woosah myself. But I don't like people to see me, and I'm gonna wear my heart on my sleeve type of person. But I'm very careful with who I wear my heart on my sleeve for.
Yeah, of course. And I'm also very careful of who I'm vulnerable around. Now, there are some rooms I'll be vulnerable in, because it's like, hey, I want to grow it. Like, if I'm in a networking room and I see a whole bunch of people on their grind, yeah, I can be open, I can be vulnerable, because I'm trying to learn, but I ain't about to do that shit for everybody. I'm not about to be out here opening to everybody. I'm not about to be open book to everybody, because you don't know who has your best interest at heart, because people will pretend that we smile in your face, yeah, I got your best interest at heart, but when you get away there, they're not defending your name, they're dragging your name through the mud. Yeah. And I totally feel you on feelings being hurt and stuff, so it's like, because I have my days where I'm just like, man, the hell with this. I might vent the little sister or somebody I'm close to and call it a day. I'm not one of those people that I'm just gonna be,
Baby sisters matter.
Yes.
I vent to mine all the time, and I'm like, you're such a big girl. Girl, because sometimes the things that are bothering me that I really want to talk about and I don't feel like I can share with anybody other than my partner, I've been more so, sharing these things with my sister, and I'm like, we gotta get out of the mindset of that's the baby. She's a full-on adult. Yes, she's the youngest, but she's an adult. And the baby, whether people know it or not, they sit back and they've already figured it all out, because they've watched the older siblings.
That's true. Now, mine didn't get a chance to watch me because our papa was Rolling Stone, and he was. I just call it what it is. I just call what it is. My dad. It's like my dad. I forgive him. He was never much of a dad to me. It's like, so my sister didn't really get a chance to grow up watching me, but we didn't meet until we were adults because of our parents. Because our moms just determined, oh, we gonna keep each other separate. I'm like, that is so wrong,
OMG. So can I reveal something here?
Sure.
And this is very personal. And I'm not a secretive person, so it's not like it's a secret. But my father, that the world knows is my father, he's not my biological father. However, he was there with me since born. That was the whole situation. He was there during the belly. But I have 3 siblings from him that are all the 4. They're all the same age. One is a set of twins, and there's a son and there's a daughter. And I'm the oldest. And when people say DNA couldn't make you any closer, that's how I feel. My biological dad and I, we have a decent relationship, but we act too much alike. And he can't necessarily handle me the way that he handles the other siblings, because you were inactive. And I have respect for you as my elder and as my father, but it's a fine line on how you're going to handle me, because I'm an adult, first of all.
Yeah.
But my dad, who I call dad, he made me a proud big sister, and I got 4 of them to. I can't say I got 4 of them to call them, but they can definitely call me. My siblings be out there living their lives, and they don't bother me, and I love that for them. And I love that for me. Yeah. They know when they need me, I'm one call away. I'm coming.
Of course. Nothing about my dad was he had like four. I'm the oldest of four. Only one of them I get along with because she's like say she's in Texas and she got plans to come back, but only because our moms well my mom and the two I don't get along with, their mom had beef back in the day allegedly.
Oh, wow. Your dad must have been that boy.
Yeah, he was.
Nigga.
He was. Hey, it was supposed to be five, but I think the one that I think one of them had an abortion or lost the baby right before I was born. I'm like, damn, Dad, you out here slaying that. I'm like, what the hell were you doing, nigga? Shit.
Giving out meat plans, apparently.
apparently, you know, but hey, I know some 30 plus years ago, him and my mom, they hooked up, and I'm like, I don't know why he had his eye on my poor mom. She was only 19 when she met him. And next thing you know, I'm here, and now I'm dealing with the world, and now I'm telling the world that Liquor Talk, y'all, celebrating a birthday, you know.
Yeah. Listen, my mom, you know, he should have probably met my mom. My mom was, honey, she was always very quiet and reserved, but she always, like, dudes didn't play with her. Like, my biological dad, they laugh, and they're friends. Like, I love it. She's great friends. They all love the ground she walks on still. They're, like, all friends with her. But they have this story. It's so funny. She shot at him one night.
Damn.
Yeah, he came over there and, like, basically told her, I gotta knock you out, or I gotta do something. Child.
Damn, she pulled out the gun and shot at him. Damn.
So he took his ass off running down that street somewhere.
Not took his ass off and started running somewhere.
Listen, their relationship is so great. Like, my son is his oldest grandchild that he has a relationship with. I'm gonna be fair because he does have some children who have children. He wasn't a present dad for or a present grandfather for. But when my baby was little and I used to need a babysitter, I would call my dad and mom, like, yeah, no, you can stay here at the house. And he would, like, text me, like, tell your mom I'm at the house smelling her underwear. I'm like, Dad, please.
Wow, that is crazy, you know. Shout out to your dad who's now, it sounds like he's on the right path, turning it around and, you know, taking care of being the male father figure for your son, you know. So shout out to Dad for turning it around. So to all you deadbeats out there, y'all can turn it around. It's never too late to turn it around.
Yes, and I give him credit for that all the time. I tell people quickly, you know, he wasn't the best for me, but he's a stand-up grandfather when it comes to my son. So if that's your way of making up, I take it. Yeah,
I'll definitely take it. I might have asked my little sister, does she think our dad will be a grandfather? Because I don't know. Like I said, I know Mare Bear, I ain't got no kids over here yet, but I have no idea, you know. So
don't rush it. They are expensive. If you don't have kids right now, plan for children. I'm telling you.
I'm not rushing. Oh hell no! Right now, I'm trying to get to a point where this podcast is making me money, and I can stay home. You know, I can get on the road and do shows with people all around the world because you know there's a lot of people you connect with. There's so many people that are bigger than just this city, you know, and that's one thing I would tell creators like don't always stay in your city, expand to other podcast groups because there are so many black podcasting groups on Facebook. How you think I found half my guests? You know, I'll just put it out there. You know, it's like
you know what I from our very first conversation, I recognize genuine people and like-minded people. You were very genuine because you were very candid with all of your information. You didn't gatekeep anything. And I went home and I told my girlfriend, I said, he's so nice. And he told me about the podcast groups and things of that sort. And she was like, that's really dope, babe. And I'm like, I feel like I found my people.
Yes. Always.
I'm home.
Yes, you're home. We're going to take this thing to the next level because we're going to keep it growing, keep it moving. Now on the downside, what do you say about birthday depression? Because I know there's some people that they get sad on their birthday. I know I was one of them. I think it was my late 20s. I remember getting sad around my birthday, and I couldn't figure out why. Yeah, some people like telling you, "Oh, you're older. I'm like, But I don't know why birthday depression comes around. But what do you think about birthday depression?
Yeah, I've dealt with birthday depression for years. Like I said, because I've always been the person that shows up for everyone else and, do the whole shebang for people. And mine always felt half-assed. So even this year, I don't necessarily have birthday depression, but this is like the year everybody's like, what are you doing for your birthday? And I'm like, I'm not setting myself up for my damn feelings to be hurt. I'm spending time with my person. That's it.
Of course, that you're blessed. So, but I shout out to my friend groups. They did say, hey, let's make a thing of it. Let's make this our monthly event. So I hope a lot of them show up. Hey, we're going to pull up, turn up this restaurant in Tampa. Hope y'all show up for me. We're going to see. We're going to see who
Are we getting footage out there? Not podcast footage, but just some we'll behind the scenes. Yeah, we kicking it footage.
We can do that. We can set that up. We can definitely work that out. But yeah, but I had told myself that get out of birthday depression, be happy that you're alive, because there are so many brothers that didn't make it to their 30s. There are so many young men that they got their lives cut short by life, by their lifestyle, or running in the streets, or just running into crooked people.
I'm an empath, and I don't do well with grief. People passing away does something to me, so I've had to learn how to find peace when I'm going through that kind of turmoil. Thank God that it's been a while, because for one period of time, it was like my family. I'm from a huge family in St. Pete, and it was at one point in time, it was like every other week, every other month, someone passing away. I'll never forget, my grandfather and my uncle passed on the same day, 12 hours apart.
Damn. Yeah, I feel that, because I've got family here in St. Pete as well. I remember the year I graduated from college, I had one uncle literally pass away hours before my birthday. And then I remember having to celebrate my birthday at his funeral. I'm like, this is not a good way to bring in my 25th birthday, sitting at a funeral. I was just disappointed, because this was an uncle that always felt like that protector, man. I learned from him that you don't let nothing happen to any women in your family. And then 6 months later, before I graduated from college, I lost another uncle who was always genuinely happy to see me. He always took care of everything. Everything ran through him. He took care of everything. His family wanted for nothing. And I remember I got the call in like March that he passed away. This was 2 months before I was supposed to graduate from college. I'm like, what now, man? It's just, it's sad to lose people. I know death is inevitable. We all gonna die. I get that. But why did it have to be, before something big happens to me?
I had one of my cousins pass away on my birthday, and I was just like, again? Because look, that cringe, nerve wracking. It was like, again? But I was just like, I'm so tired of going through this, and I'm just so tired of losing people. Why does this keep happening to our family? But by the grace of God, because I don't know how traumatic the losses have been for you, because we've had some big ones that have made the news. So
yes,
but we don't really always get to grieve in private, because my family is also widely known in the city. So it's always 1,000 people, and I just learned to shut everything out. I didn't understand why my mom, when she was losing her siblings, mind you, it was 10 of them. She was down to her and her baby brother.
Damn, that's it. Damn.
Well, I have an uncle, but he's doing a lifetime prison sentence.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that.
I've never met him before. But yeah, and my mom, she wouldn't go and congregate with the family. She wouldn't go to the fish fries and the cookouts, and I didn't understand why. And then now that I'm older, I get it.
Yeah, and sometimes I get to why my mom stayed away, because there are some family members that are just so messy, and there's always that one family member that always got something to say. Sometimes it's maybe 2 or 3 of them that are always so messy, always want to get in your business, or always want to know what's going on with you,
I was always the one about to fight at the functions. I can't even hold you. And I wasn't the messy one. That was the thing. They wanted to project me as the messy cousin, but I was too real. I'm always too honest for everybody and very blunt. And they would say stuff to me, and then when I would react, I was the problem. And I'll never forget one day walking outside, and my uncles and aunts were sitting on the side of the house talking about me. I never went home and told my mom until like a while later, because I didn't want it to blow up. And then one day one of my cousins come in and we're talking about like going out to eat, and it's like a joke, and we're saying, we have fun with the servers. I enjoy making my servers feel good about being at their job. I don't want them to feel like they're at a job when they serve at me.
Right.
And she like, oh, I would never take you anywhere with me. That's ignorance. You're ignorant. And I was like 14.
That's fucked up. Say that to a 14-year-old, man.
So then I can tell my mom, right? The next night we're having a fish fry, and her sister are coming up in the yard. My mom, I didn't know, but my mom had told my brother and my sister. My brother, he's zero tolerance about his sisters, and yes, he will fight a female. He don't give a damn. He walked up to her and he said, the next time you see my sister, don't have nothing to say to her. And she was like, I didn't say anything to your sister. And he was like, you called her ignorant and I didn't appreciate it. It blew up so quickly. I had one cousin punch this cousin. I had one cousin slap this cousin. My sister, she done pushed somebody. I'm like, I didn't want all this to happen. But again, all the backlash falls on who? Me. Because everybody automatically assumed I went and told them this whole thing, and now I've caused this big brawl. No, that wasn't the case at all. But,
no, that was just a brother stand up for his sister,
correct. But also, I've never been the type of person to clear anything up. So that could be why I wear that title of it, because I let people think what they want to think.
Yeah, and of course, I feel that, because of course it's like you got to, because at the end of the day, what do people think it's gonna do for you? They're not paying your bills. They're not getting your rocks off. So what do people think got to do with anything? So.
And I learned that very young. You let people think what they're gonna think.
Because people gonna judge regardless. And the one way something's real is like you can let them talk and it don't stop you. Because I got a cousin right now who always takes on the podcast, who always got something to say about the podcast. And it's like my mom wonders why. It's like I don't really show the family function well, because it's like. Because this cousin, and she gonna catch me one day, and I'm not gonna want to hear it, because you know what, every time you come around, you got something to say, and then we always have that the older aunt that always got something to say too. I'm like, ma'am, go to therapy. Goodness, y'all can't. If you family members, if y'all can't be happy to see people. Correct. Go take your ass to a goddamn therapist and get down to the bottom reason why. You always got to point out something negative, point out their flaws, or throw something negative, or try to shit on what they got to do, what they got going on.
Oh my gosh, do you deal with the family members that hate on you but like to live off of your name?
Hello.
I have those. Like, they hate me, but they love to tell people, that's my cousin. No, I'm not. And I tell people all the time, I pick and choose my family. My aunties, you can be my mama's sister. That don't make you my auntie. I used to tell them that all the time. I don't play.
Ooh.
I don't play.
You know what?
Play with.
I feel it. You know what? Because as it stands right now, I only got like 2 aunts I claim, man. One of them is my mom's older sister. Shout out to her,
Hey, auntie.
Yeah. That's me. And this aunt is always asking me, like, oh, why don't I get a ticket to your speaking conference? Because I spoke in Baltimore. And I'm like, well, because there's certain people in the family that if word got out, they might be coming, and I don't need their negative energy while I'm trying to be out here to share my platform and to speak to people. So, and that's why it's like, mama, auntie, if y'all listening, yes, the next speaking engagement, I'll try to make sure y'all there,
Just don't even tell them it's a speaking engagement. Just tell them to pack a bag for a certain date. And let's just go. Need to know what they're going to.
Or, you know what? Well, hey, if that's not something here, I might tell them, hey, just meet me here, and hey, we'll go from there. I'll explain when you get there, because I feel like if I tell y'all might go tell the other people in the family, then they gonna want to come, and then certain people, I don't want they'll people gonna come.
I'm like that. I am so like that. Like, my house, like, at home, that's our place of peace. That's our sanctuary. I do not let everybody in that door.
I feel that.
I let them know you cannot come in here, honey.
Look, I've been in a couple of friend groups. None of them been to my house. I've been to their houses, but I've never invited any of them over to my place.
But my person is the same way. We are very much on the same frequency when it comes to that. Like, peace is, and I learned that from her. Peace matters. And at first I was like, we were open, like we were 24/7, like, more so me, because I come from like a family oriented background. So I always wanted the family, and I've only ever had my immediate. I'm going in like my cousin child shit. The cookout going good, you're dancing, and next thing you know, two of them over there wrestling. Somebody done pulled the gun out on this person. They had a family brawl the night before my auntie's funeral.
Damn.
And then we in the repast, and one of my cousins like, I'm finna come up there and slam so and so. I'm like, what's
at the repass?
So I look at my sister. I'm like, bitch, I'm going live.
She said, I'm going live. Hell no. That is St. Pete for you. That is Southside St. Pete for you.
Now, granted, I absolutely love my family. I'm not ashamed of where I come from. I love them all endlessly, but I have to love them, a lot of them from
a distance. It's like, and I wish that some of our family members that they will understand that, hey, my distance is because I love me from a distance, and I just don't need your energy, you know.
Yes.
And they'll take offense to, oh, why you staying away? I haven't heard from you in a year. Well, the phone works both ways, you know. Yeah. So it's like, if you want to hit me up, you got the number, use it. Shit.
And me and my family rough riders. I'm not fighting bitches. It's like, baby, they get the girls fight the men. It goes down, child. My mama was the hellion of the girls. Like, she done beat up all her brothers. So I ain't going through all of that. I'm trying to get back home to my son. So before I fight any one of them, baby, I'm ready to lock and load it. What's up? I'm not doing it. So I stay away from them and me.
I feel you. Keep your distance. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your distance from your family if your family doesn't bring you peace. If they're not supporting your vision, if they're not supporting what you got going on, stay away from them. Love them from afar, you know. And if they got something negative to say, just tell them to go fuck themselves, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, their opinion doesn't matter.
At all. And it doesn't pay any bills. It doesn't help you sleep at night. And what you eat don't make them shit.
Hell yeah. Period on that, ladies and gentlemen. This is Liquor Talk. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Keep that liquor pouring. Now, you said on your podcast you want to delve into relationships. So, judging what you're seeing today in today's society, what do you think? Like, and how is it salvageable? Because this ain't one of the podcasts where we're going to say something ridiculous just for the clickbait, you know, because a lot of them podcasts, I realize, they say dumb shit just to get people to click, you know. And half the time, they don't even be about that life.
Correct. But let me tell you, relationships aren't hard as people make them.
They're not.
They are not. I am learning it. It just takes a lot of communication. And you choose. You're making a choice to love that person every single day through everything. Mm-hmm. So it's not as hard as we make it. I can say I've been a lot of chaos, just me. Mm-hmm. And learning, like, just through love. Like, this is what love feels like. This is, I've been through some stuff. And I'm like, it's not that hard, but it is hard work. Mm-hmm. You have to work at it. You can't, and a lot of action, all of that talking about it and then not doing it, or the lack of consistency. Mm-hmm. You have to work hard at it. And I don't mind working for the person I love.
And I think that's what keeps a lot of people single, is they just don't want to work hard for that person, or they find they get with somebody that don't want to work hard for them. And then it's like, you know, sometimes the person you ignore might be the person that works hardest for you, but it's always the person you may want. They ain't going to do shit for you because they just going to, based on the fact of, oh, you want me, so you just going to take whatever. No, you got to love yourself more to tolerate that. You got to love yourself more than you love your partner, you know?
Yeah, because I can tell you, I came in and I probably did, I'm not going to say probably, I didn't whole love myself. And I didn't know how to love me naked. Mm-hmm. Like, I did not know how to mask off and love just Mary. Mm-hmm. I was loving the person that everybody else liked. And I was trying to be that person for them. And then I realized, wait, my focus in the wrong place. Because at night when the lights go down, this is the person that I look over to. So I had to go look in the mirror a few times and have a few conversations with myself and say, girl, you got to do better than this. This is not it. But choosing that person every single day, you have to choose. You have to choose to work hard.
You got to choose to work hard. And also to people out there, if you're with somebody and you sense that they're not working hard, just drop them. Don't be afraid to just leave them where they're at, because there's a lot of times people, they ascend and then they descend. You got some people that stay right where they're at. You're supposed to be growing together, working hard together. And you're right. It's not that hard if you find a person that's willing to work hard with you.
Correct.
So it's just, why do you think society make it harder than what it has to be?
For one, the drugs. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Mm-hmm. Everybody on drugs these days. And I feel like we're kind of at a lost generation. Mm-hmm. I feel like the 80s babies are the last of the saving grace. Mm-hmm. We got to live through it all. So we got to see both sides. Before technology was a thing and all of this stuff, these people don't like to listen. So communication is out the window, and that's like the tip of the iceberg in a relationship. Yeah. How are you going to be in a relationship with somebody and you can't communicate with them? You can't be honest and you can't open up and be vulnerable with them. How can I look somebody in the face and say I love you and then I can't? No, that's not how that works. So this generation is just, they are all over the place. You know, people they first not loving themselves. It's a lot of sex stuff going on, and it's like, and you think you love yourself when you was doing that? Baby, I was vile.
Yeah, they don't realize it. And that really is, that's so vile when you love yourself, and it's just, and then I know a lot of people, they got so many high standards for people, and I'm like, and don't get me started, no offense to the people with kids, but some of these single moms and single dads, they have the highest standards, you know.
Oh, I thought you was going to say something else. I was low-key raising my hand.
What?
Some of these children be difficult.
Yeah, they do. They do.
So, and I've been there. I've experienced it.
Oh, really?
I've personally experienced it, but I also don't play as a mama. Of course. So it might take a second, but hold the fuck up and let me get you together. Mm-hmm. I'm going to remind you who had who.
And that's what you got to get them together. You got to put them in their place, you know. Yep. And some step parents really do want to be a blessing, but then some step parents ain't shit. Correct. So I will advise all you people with kids out there, especially single ones, I would advise you to be mindful of the person you bring around your kid, because that person, you may have to pay for that person when your child becomes an adult.
Yeah. It didn't take too much, because once I get with them, I get with them. Mm-hmm. I'm a boy mom, and from the day that I found out I was having a boy, the only thing in my mind stuck out was 3 strikes. It was scary, and my baby's 15, so that was back in 2010. That was all on my brain. It's black, male. Oh, you got 2 strikes, you only got 1 left, so 3 strikes just was always in my brain. I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do XYZ. And shout out to my son, he's doing amazing.
Yes, one time for the little man. You do, I know you talk about him all the time, so you definitely doing amazing work, you know. So
I think those are my literally my favorite 2 people, my person and my son. Those are my favorite 2 people. They are number 1 and number 2.
Shout out to those 2 people. They're blessed. They're blessed to have you as their number 1. So in 2026, what do you hope to see happen with people that talk about relationships?
Patience, communication, a little more growth, understanding, and a lot of resilience. Sometimes you got to bounce back a little quicker than you would like to. Mm-hmm. You don't always get closure for certain things.
Yeah, that's true.
And that is so true. Deal with that. Bounce back. It's okay. I promise. It's not about the fall. It's all about how you get up.
Yeah, you fall down 7 times, you get back up. You know, that's what I always tell myself. And another thing, you can't make the new person pay for the last person.
Correct.
Because too many times, y'all be trying to get with somebody, just say you have somebody, but then you making this person pay for what the last person did. Yeah. When this is a totally new person.
Yeah, I'm a little bit delusional in that aspect, child. My exes be deleted and depleted. They never existed. This is my first relationship.
I know that's right.
This is my first relationship, because this is the first time I've been loved this much and on this level. The rest don't even matter.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. That's how you gotta look at it. You know, you can't let things linger, and also cut off communication with people and don't give people access to you, because I know there are so many people that as soon as you start talking to somebody, here comes ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend, because they see you with somebody only for that reason. And so many of y'all dumbasses fall for the trap.
Fall for it every single time. I'm like, I don't play like that. And once I'm done, what we talking for? Block? New number who this? New boo who you? I don't play like that. And I experienced that with it was like the manipulation of I don't know what you think you got going on, but I'm going to show you what it ain't. And I put a stop to that immediately. Now, in the beginning, I was trying to be a little bit more lenient because there were other things going on, other people involved. I had to stop giving a fuck about them people and those things. If you got to move around with what you got going, you're trying to create chaos. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Not doing that, because I'm glad you see that, because I need other people to see that too, because people might come back just to cause chaos for no reason, because they think you got something good going on and they just can't help to fuck it up for no other reason. And also, I will say this to the men: quit being all territorial. You know what I'm saying? if your woman that moved on, move on, because there's plenty of single women out here. So I don't know why men be so damn territorial, and ladies don't allow that shit. You know.
I was about to say it ain't even all of them. It's those girls, those women. They make them feel that way. They put these certain stipulations and things in place, and they put guys in a bad spot, just like guys put us in bad spots sometimes. Women do play a victim a lot more, and I've been able to more in recent years just sit back and see how things play out from everyday people to celebrities. You know, it ain't always the men. It's not always the men. Sometimes y'all women be a little fucked up.
I'm glad you see that. Finally, another woman that see. These are the kind of ladies I love to bring on the platform. The ones that aren't afraid to call out women on their bullshit, because I respect the one that can have that femininity, but not be so loyal to the feminist movement. You know,
I'm a girl's girl, and then anyone who knows me, I'm a girl's girl through and through. I'm a girl's girl to the girls who are girls to me. Though. I love who love me, but I'm gonna call you on your shit. I don't care. I tell a man quickly, I'm a woman before I'm anything. But I get a woman together quick. You dead ass wrong. I'm like that vice in my family for the guys. They call me, or even their girlfriends. I have relationships with my cousins and my brother, like my brothers. My brothers' girlfriends and stuff. And they all call me in, or they share certain things with me. And I'm like, girl, I come from a rough family. You better cuss that bitch ass nigga out. Let me handle you like that, because you know our guys. And what I love this about men in my family, they cherish the females, right? But some of them are in their own relationships and they're dogging the female. And in my mind, you'll have a fit if someone was doing that to me.
Yeah.
That's somebody's daughter as well. You know, shake back, get right. So I tell them, girl, like, stop letting niggas, bully y'all. Y'all a pit bull back on the niggas. Like, they know I don't play with them. They call me and I talk like I'm a homeboy. So what up, you bitch? I talk to them how they talk to them. Shit, I want you to know how this feels.
I know that's right. Hey, it's nice to connect. It's wonderful and refreshing to connect with somebody in the city who gets it, you know. So, but to all y'all in relationships out there, and to all y'all single people, make it better for yourselves, and don't go by what people on social media go by, unless it's something positive and motivating instead of the clickbait shit. Now, seeing as how this is our birthdays and stuff, what's one birthday which you hope comes true? I know you sounds like you got everything, but I know you still probably got one thing. Well, you probably got some things you want, you know?
My birthday wish is for my podcast to succeed.
Damn, why you got to take mine?
Think of it. Think of life.
Yes.
But you know, your podcast is doing well. Like, you're doing well. And I know that sometimes we look at the time frame and we like, I expected or I want it to be. But Godspeed.
Yeah, that's true.
Godspeed.
Yeah, that's true. And you know what I've had to tell myself? It'll come at the right time. You just got to keep being consistent, keep showing up, keep connecting with people, and keep connecting with like-minded people. Yeah. Shout out to all the people that I've been connecting with, because you know what? It's a blessing to be here doing this in person compared to sitting on a computer screen, you know. So that's.
But I want to tell you something.
What's that?
Your time is going to be soon. I feel that your time will be soon, and I'm not saying that like, you know, because sometimes it comes off a little cringe when people do stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, I've been in my mind. I've been saying, you know what, this is it. It's gonna be now, and I feel the same energy with you.
I appreciate that. Well, I hope I definitely get to take you along for the ride, and we take this thing up together, because you know, make this thing happen, because we gotta support one another out here, you know. Because I find that you can't take certain people to a certain level, but you need the ones that have mindset to get my own when we get there, because there's some people that they will sit on your coattails, like they'll hype you up, and meanwhile they ain't got nothing going on with their life. No. So it's like, because I'm one of them people. You roll me. I'm gonna tap into whatever the hell you got going on too, because that's me, because we need to be pouring into each other and uplifting each other. Because I'd rather have all of us riding around in Lamborghinis instead of people trying to get a co-pilot. No, get your own, man.
Listen, I have such a great plan. I feel like I don't watch King Richard 30 times over, and that man had a 78-page plan for Venus and Serena.
Wow.
Before they were even placed in their mom's womb.
Wow.
You have to watch that movie. That man planned their life. He told Venus, you are going to be the greatest in the world. Well, he told Serena, but you're going to be considered the greatest of all time.
And damn, that came into fruition too. Shit.
Yeah. That movie is, when I tell you, I said, I've watched it 30 times over, and I have a plan.
Yeah, you know what? I started making some plans too, and we just gotta get to planning and putting it to fruition, because I know when my buddies, he told me all the time, you got to plans this, it's like, we just gotta start doing, y'all. That's the biggest thing that's my one birthday wish that me and all my people, we just start putting things in motion and being consistent, because life is short out here.
That's exactly what he did. And then, he didn't stop at just let me focus on the sport. Educationally, they superseded all 5. There were 5 girls in one house. Imagine that.
Damn.
They had 5 girls. So it's Venus, Serena, and 3 sisters before them. That man, every last one of his children were the first in their class. His plan was so in depth and he was so consistent that them being tennis players, not to say it didn't matter to their sisters, but those girls were also thriving in their own successes, even though it wasn't in front of the cameras. Because his plan said so. That's God.
That is God. That is wonderful. That is God. That's amazing. Hey, follow your plan and work those plans, because you can say it's God, you can say, oh, got a plan and stuff, but faith without works is dead, but you got to be ready to put in the work and stick to that plan. Well, Mare Bear, I appreciate you for being here. Listen, why should people subscribe to your podcast?
I think people should subscribe to my podcast. One, because I'm very real, I'm authentic, and I don't mind being vulnerable with my people. I'm very open, I'm very charismatic, but more so, come over there and see what we got going on for the knowledge, gain an understanding for yourself. Come watch that podcast, and with an open mind, first and foremost, also an open heart, but also be mindful that it won't always be sunflowers and roses. It gets a little sticky, and my space will be the space where you guys can let that be.
Of course, that's real, and I appreciate you for being here with me, doing the podcast, because I know it's a little scary to meet somebody on Facebook, but hey, you gotta take that chance, So I definitely appreciate you blessing the Liquor Talk with your presence. I hope to return the favor for you. So whenever you need me, I'm only a call away. I'm literally across the bridge. So whenever we'll make that happen. And once again, happy birthday to you.
And thank you, and happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Yes, thank you everybody for tuning in to this year's birthday episode of Liquor Talk. Keep pouring up that liquor and keep things moving until the next episode. Peace.
That was dope.